Since Terraform was announced 2 years ago now, they've been rapidly adding features, and I've noticed even some of the more experienced Terraformers don't know about all of them. So here's my top pick of Terraform features that you may not know about and definitely should be using. We all find ourselves in situations where we muck up and we just want to destroy everything and start again. And Terraform Destroy is awesome for that. But sometimes you'll want to be a little bit more surgical. Taint allows you to mark a resource for destruction, meaning that on the next Terraform apply, it will be destroyed and rebuilt. This is an easy way to precisely rebuild only the bit of infrastructure that you broke. As of this summer, you can now untaint a resource as well, for if you made a mistake, fixing your mistake. New in Terraform 0.7 is the state command, which has a bunch of subcommands for taking a knife to your state file without having to carefully rummage through the JSON itself. Terraform list will, list out all your resources, and Terraform show will give you the details about a specific resource. So now you don't need to guess at the ID of that EC2 instance. It's also useful for the next two commands. The first two state commands were impotent, but these two are very potent. They'll allow you to move or remove things from your state file. I found myself using Terraform move a lot when modularizing my code, since it often meant moving my resources inside of modules, and Terraform's default way of handling this is to destroy the resource and rebuild it again. You shouldn't ever need to remove a resource from your state file, but when one of your team goes off and makes manual changes to your resources in the console, you'll probably want to do this. And shout at them not to do it again. Another new 0.7 command is Terraform Import, and this is awesome, but not as awesome as everyone seems to think. Let me get this out of the way. Terraform Import is not going to write code for you. It's not going to magically recreate your infrastructure in HCL. And if you simply import a resource and then run Terraform apply, it's probably going to delete it. No, import is simply going to take an existing resource and put it into your state file with the name you specify. And you'll need to write code to describe that if you want it to hang around. I've found this most useful recently for importing DynamoDB tables, since it's a lot easier to just import the table than it is to delete, recreate, and then repopulate the table. Use this one with care. It's probably the second most destructive command in Terraform. Top tip. All the commands I've described so far work directly on the state file, and so as soon as you make the change, it's live. And if you're working on a remote state file, it's live for everyone. So if you import a resource but haven't yet pushed up code to describe it, you might find that someone else destroys it before you get round to doing so. This is the same with moved or tainted resources. So, tell your team to take their hands off the keyboards until you're done. We'll end on an awesome little command that won't make any changes to your infrastructure, but might lower your blood pressure a little. Terraform FMT will reformat your code using HashiCorp configuration language's best practices and leave it nice and easy to read for the next person. Put it into your Git pre-commit hook and reap the automatic rewards. Maybe you're wondering what tipped me off to these new commands. Am I part of some kind of inner circle? No, I'm simply reading the changelog whenever a new version of Terraform comes out. You really should be doing this with any application you're relying on day to day, and the changelog might just tip you off to a bug you didn't know you were experiencing and why it's been magically fixed. Okay, so those are a few Terraform features that I feel are underappreciated and I'd like to see used more. But how about you? Do you think that there's something that should have been at the top of this list? Go ahead and put that in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day.